يتواجد وبنحاول نطرد الأطفال عنه. هذا صاروخ في أي لحظة ممكن ينفجر، ممكن يسوي أي شغلة انفجار يؤدي إلى كارثة.
What we have in Gaza, obviously with 2 years of conflict, is a lot of ordnances lying around, all warring parties using explosive weapons against one another. A lot of these weapons do not function as designed. They don't always detonate, and when that happens, we term them as unexploded ordnance. They've effectively been fired, the mechanisms have been activated, and they're very dangerous. When you have the exposure of unexploded ordnance, the threat is always there to someone's life and risk of injury and death. Just the presence of them has a psychological impact on how people go about their business, because they might be thinking, if I go in here, I might encounter explosive hazards. So if there's a food convoy going forward, or humanitarians are going to an area they haven't been to before, since the fighting has ceased, there's a risk of this UXO. And if that is present, it stops them from doing their core functions and their critical work. UNMAS's role is to really address these problems and become an enabler for the rest of the humanitarian community to go about its business.
All right, so just remember when we get out onto the road.
An EOD team, Explosive Ordnance Disposal, is highly trained specialists that understand how to identify and the risks posed by explosive hazard, explosive ordnance.
As an EOD officer, you will be the lead for the mission. You will receive soon the task order, so you can start your mission to Khan Younis.
We've been requested to conduct an explosive hazard assessment, or EHA, by UNDP on a water well which has been damaged. EHAs are one of the most important tasks we do with UNMAS in Gaza. Until EHAs have been completed on sites, other humanitarian organisations can't use them because they're not safe. We have our PPE, or personal protective equipment. Other vital bit of equipment that we have is our communications. One of the main issues that we have in terms of maintaining the vehicles is that we just don't have the spare parts for them. Spare wheels, spare tyres, suspension, all the things that you would need to maintain your vehicle fleet, we're critically lacking. I'm going to do a walk around the area, just having a look inside first, see if I can see any obvious items or anything that looks suspicious or dangerous. Everything we do is non-intrusive, we don't dig up anything, so having detection equipment would be really beneficial for us. There's been quite a big explosion here, and there's lots and lots of debris, shrapnel. The biggest hazard for people coming into the site is that there may be unexploded ordnance underneath this rubble. EHAs can last anything from 2 hours all the way up to a whole day, and they may require multiple visits depending on the size. The back end of an item of UXO, I can see from doing the initial investigation it's been fully burnt out, there's nothing inside it. What I'll do now, I'll go back, I'll speak with my colleagues, and we'll put a report together. Another type of task that we do, which is equally important, is the interagency missions that we conduct, mainly the support to the humanitarian convoys. We'll sit at the front, surveying the road, making sure that there are no suspect items of UXO or any other explosive hazards, either on the road or at the sides itself. So this is from the outside looking in. You can see there's been multiple strikes on it. The machinery that's inside the well has been damaged and has been blown out. So there's scraps of metal, there's tubing, there's piping. The biggest challenge for them is going to be the safe removal of the debris.
Right now, the single biggest challenge is we don't have the equipment, and the sector does not have the equipment to dispose of items safely and securely. We have the expertise, we have the people. We know what to do if we were given certain tools, specific detectors, specific tools that destroy or dispose of munitions safely. So right now we mark, we warn everyone where it is, and we just follow up with the risk education. So the threat is always there, we're just mitigating. I'd rather move into a phase where we are actually reducing and getting rid of that threat. Another core pillar of what we do is explosive ordnance risk education. Predominantly we do it through partners, Palestinian partners, and that is mobilizing trained people to go out to communities. It's completely community facing, and it's educating people about the risk of explosive ordnance. These activities need to be coordinated, they need to be purposeful, they need to be efficient, and they need to be maximum impact with the resources we have, and therefore UNMAS steps up the coordinating body to ensure we get that efficiency and that correct targeting, that correct prioritization. Sustained funding for this work is important to allow continuity and to grow its scale and to sustain that energy and effort because it's a long process. Communities will continue to need to be warned and to be educated, but obviously now we need an uplift, we need a surge, we need to get at scale into Gaza to really meet the needs of the ceasefire period.